I just think it sounds crazy that an immigrant would come from somewhere else and try to talk down on foundational Black Americans. It's amazing to me that when they bring you into this country, they put you into our communities. And now you want to have a discussion about foundational Black Americans. And the people that are your customers are foundational Black Americans. I find it diabolical. This is not your country. You're not from here. We welcomed you here. Then you started talking crazy. You started acting up in the workplaces. In workplaces, you turn your back and you turn your nose, and when Mr. Johnny comes through, you change. Like the Black authorities say, if you want to really know what a Black person thinks, put them in front of white people, and you will see how they will smile and laugh and do a jig for Johnny. Oh yeah. Meanwhile, Johnny doesn't really care about you. He just uses you to receive information. Although the information that you provide isn't anything to do anything, you still turn your back on the people that look like you. Why is that? You don't want to be told anything. When your work is incorrect, you don't want a Black person to tell you. You still have to take it to a white person. If that is for what it is, why didn't you stay in your country? Why are you working in our country on visas? You're working in country and you're working on visas to take resources away from the foundational Black American. These people are at war with us every day for our resources. They want to try to look like us, talk like us, dress like us, and then they undermine us. That's what they do. In your face, they call you brother, hey, how you doing, brother? And then, once you turn your head, they lie, cheat, and steal on you. How do I know? I experienced it in the workplace, in the corporate workplace. Oh yeah, they're your friends all day. Many of these tethers that get these jobs, I don't know how they get the jobs because they don't even know what they're doing. It's like they all share a test, and then they get the certification, and then they're hired. They're not even tested on the shit that they're supposed to be supporting. They're just hired. They're hired over foundational Black Americans. They're preferred over foundational Black Americans. And then the tether will say that he is Black. He will fill out the application, say he's, Black, he's Black American, Black, whatever, and get the job. And the roles will show that Black Americans are being hired when they are not being hired. And in many cases, in these jobs, they're ran by Black women as well. And their shoulders are so broad that you can't get around them. So essentially the game is fixed. They do not want any Black American leadership because they know you're gonna run it. Pretty much the way contracts are worked, and I'm talking about government contracts. I'm talking about our government that we pay taxes to. They come right down in the capital area and they work there on visas, and they work in high places. Even though you have the clearance, you can't get in because they got the job and they're getting hired. Oh yeah, all those companies, GDIT, EDS, SAIC, all those federal contractors who prefer immigrants over foundational Black Americans, qualified foundational Black Americans. You can't move up because those jobs are taken by immigrants who barely speak English. That's what's going on in the National Capital area. WMATA, Washington Metro Transit Authority. Foreigners are running the server room as we speak right now. And you want to know why the network's all screwed up, why the exchange server all screwed up, because they would rather hire immigrants than hire Black Americans, foundational Black Americans. And your politician allows it, doesn't say anything. We are here by ourselves as the collective people, foundational Black Americans. We don't have any political representation. Our representation has been corroded. Our representation now have tethers. Tethers who support Democrats, who support immigration. And it's a system that continues to go. Tethers who support Democrats, who support immigration. While foundational Black Americans are left to figure things out. So you have to understand, the people you see on TV dancing and doing the crime, that's only like 5 to 10% of foundational Black Americans. This is who they want you to believe that's out here in Black America that's surviving. You know, all the athletes and rappers and shitty rappers at that. These rappers are handpicked, selected, and they have no talent. They have no talent. The beats have been taken and it's been squandered and given to another group. Rap is no longer foundational Black American. It's been hijacked. It's been hijacked. Rap has been hijacked. Foundational Black Americans have been screwed over. But it's okay because there is God's plan. And this is why you see Trump doing the things that he's doing. Trump is just doing what he thinks he's supposed to be doing right. Immigration, deportation. It kills me to see foundational Black Americans speak of Democrats as if they're some type of savior when they're the cause of our problems. They have been the cause of our problems. Republicans and Democrats alike. Like I tell you, you cannot be emotional when picking politicians. You have to be selective of the policies. So when you look at the policies that are before us, deportation works for foundational Black Americans. I just explained to you that in the workplace. And I'm not talking about, we're not talking about working in a dollar store. We're talking about working corporate. We're talking about working in industries. How it's been hijacked by immigration. This has been allowed to happen by Christian organizations that have allowed immigration and fostered immigration to come into Black communities and take over. This process has been happening under our noses. And guess who hasn't said anything? Your preacher, your politician, all Black, haven't said anything. And now we're to the point where we have to boycott and we have to get them out of our communities. That's why it's a blessing that there's deportation. It's a blessing that they're being sent home. They're not Americans. Many of them are here illegally. It's a blessing that there are no-fly zones. It is. Because they have been crowding us for so long. They have been taking money out of our pockets, opportunities away from our children. And all we have been concerned with, well, I wouldn't say we have been concerned with, but what the media has been concerned with is music, entertainment, and crime. Oh, yes, music, entertainment, and crime. This is something that has been created by the media, festered, They take little things and make them big things. And this is what we talk about all day while our communities are being hijacked by immigrants. Look around you. You see people on little scooters going in and out of traffic, disobeying the laws all day. There was even a time where they were allowed to drive with no license while they were pulling over black people and giving them tickets. And this is the America that the Democrats want to create. Because if you look around at the Democrats, they're all tethers. They have all popped up as tethers. Remember, immigration didn't start till after 1965. And slowly but surely, as they started immigrating to America, they started taking position one by one. And so when the African and the tethered Caribbean comes here, what is he to do? Cosplay as American black people. Cosplay. Act like them until we can defeat them. And this is what they have tried to do. This is why now they talk so boldly, as if they done something, because they think they done something. And like I said, immigration, deportation is a blessing. Send them home. Send them all back home to their homelands. Let them focus on their homelands while we focus on ours. Okay? Public assistance. It's a blessing. Because it's going to make a situation where the black man has to deal with the father of her child, where she can no longer run to go for public assistance to separate black families. This is no longer. And I know a lot of you, Trump this, they're all racist. Trump didn't grow up in a black neighborhood, okay? So he's not gonna understand your vernacular. He's not gonna totally understand how you feel about things. All we ask that he do is run the country the best that he can. And by doing deportation, it helps American citizens. Foundational black Americans in our neighborhoods. No longer should we vote for Democrat. In fact, I don't care if we vote at all, really, because unless we all vote in unison for a particular group or a particular person, if we broker our vote, yes. But just to vote, no. Maybe on your local levels. But on a presidential level, no. Foundational black Americans have been betrayed so many times by immigrants who have come here that we have assisted. We have assisted them to be here. We assisted their fathers, their mothers. We've even deployed to countries by way of military to help them and then to see them talk this way. To talk this way about, open their mouths about foundational black Americans, to discard us. And you can see they've been talking to white supremacists because they now have the same talking points. It's a sad situation. In many cases, there are Africans posing as white supremacists to cause confusion. And in many cases, you see African women on X speaking about foundational black Americans, and these women look like strippers. They have brought the degeneration to our shorelines. Deportation is good. Get them all out. They must go. We must follow the laws of the land. This is Black Views, bringing you the Black News.
Generate by AI.